Support for podcasts comes from Milwaukee School of Engineering Center for Professional Education, offering courses in AI machine learning, project management, and more. Program information at msoe.edu/CPE.
The Wisconsin sturgeon spearing season is coming up. Starting on February 14th, Lake Winnebago will be covered in ice shanties as family and friends gather for the season that's rich in history and tradition. Lake Winnebago and its upriver lakes are one of only 2 places where sturgeon can be caught using a spear. This draws lots of people to the area during the month of February, and the Sturgeon Spectacular will be there to welcome them. It's a weekend event in Fond du Lac that features a variety of winter activities for fishers and families alike. To learn about it, Lake Effect's Becky Mortensen is joined by Peter Wilkie with Fond du Lac Festivals and Amanda Weibel with Travel Wisconsin.
Only in Wisconsin is there a festival surrounding fishing. Peter, can you start by telling me why this short sturgeon spearing season warrants its own festival?
Well, I can speak for myself, and I think as a Wisconsinite, we're really proud of the quirks and the things that make us unique here in Wisconsin. We can be very proud of certain things that are only around the state of Wisconsin and where we're from. So I think we had a great opportunity to kind of showcase this unique thing, sturgeon spearing, and kind of show the world that we want to celebrate it.
So we're going to talk about the Sturgeon Spectacular Festival, but let's start with the people who are there to fish. This is an incredibly unique activity. The Lake Winnebago system is one of only 2 places that people are able to do spear fishing for sturgeon. So why is that?
Yeah, my understanding is it's all about conservation. The Lake Winnebago and upriver system has one of the healthiest populations of lake sturgeon that you'll find anywhere in the world. So the fact that Wisconsin DNR continues to kind of dictate quotas and make sure that everybody's going about the sport of sturgeon spearing the right way. The communication's great. Sturgeon spearers know exactly when they need to get their license by, what their quota is, what the guidelines are. There's a 15-page document if you go to Wisconsin DNR that you can read through and make sure you're up to speed on all of that.
So walk through what it's like to do this. How does a spearfisher get set up to catch the sturgeon, and what are the best conditions?
It really comes down to where you want to set up your shack. What are the ice conditions? And that's really important. What's nice is having a dark area so that you can see in the water and have some snow around your shack, because that allows it to be brighter in the water than it is in your shack. It's important to have the ability to see. The other thing is the amount of distance you can see down the water. So depending on what type of weather conditions we have leading up to the season, if there is a lot of melt and thaw, what happens is the water drains into Lake Winnebago and those upland rivers and makes it difficult because it muddies the water, stirs up the water, and makes it extremely difficult to see where these sturgeon are because they're bottom feeders. That's what another thing that makes them unique is they kind of hang out in the bottom of the lake.
Can you just describe what a sturgeon looks like? They're just a kind of a unique looking fish. Can you describe what they look like?
Yeah, and I would say they kind of look like a prehistoric fish. So kind of put together a dinosaur and a very large fish. The largest ones can get up to 8 feet almost in length, and close to 300 pounds. So truly a swimming dinosaur. It's got feelers and then a suction cup for a mouth. And they suck up shad and redworms off the bottom of the lake. And that's how they sustain. But they are a truly unique looking fish. They do look like a fish, but they have some interesting elements to them.
Yes, interesting elements is a good way to put it for sure. So what's the environment like out on Lake Winnebago? It sounds like there are a lot of traditions surrounding the sturgeon spearing season.
Yeah, there's thousands of people that go out on the lake. The groups that go out are very serious about how they do it, when they go, how long they prepare and get ready for the sturgeon sparing season. A lot of time is spent discussing with their shanty partners and figuring out where are we going to sit this year? Where are we going to have the best chance to spear that elusive sturgeon? So a lot of camaraderie that's built into this tradition, whether it be family or friends. I have a lot of family that do it. I have a lot of friends that have had luck and some not so much. But they love going out there each and every year, taking some time off of work and just dedicating a couple weeks to trying to find that sturgeon. What I always found fascinating was looking at the lake opening weekend. So that first day on that Saturday, once the season is open, just seeing how many makeshift shacks and shanties and people and vehicles are now going from around the lake and throughout the state of Wisconsin and traveling to Lake Winnebago and setting up shop, if you will.
All right. Now to the people who may or may not be there to fish, but who are definitely there to have a good time at the festival. What can people do at the Sturgeon Spectacular?
Oh, it is a family affair for sure. There's something for everybody. We turned downtown Fond du Lac into a winter wonderland with ice sculptures, snow sculptures, horse-drawn carriage rides. We have had an exciting event added as the outdoor curling fun spiel. People are fascinated by the sport of curling, so we created a temporary rink, and we have a tournament and where the main goal is fun. That's at the Fond du Lac Beer Company, a little plug for them. And then we have all kinds of activities, indoor and outdoor programming at Thelma Sadolf Center for the Arts, an Art of the Bloody Mary contest where we judge best tasting and most creative Bloody Marys in the area. And tons of things for kids and families to enjoy. And of course, our crown jewel, the Wisconsin State Snow Sculpting Championship, takes place opening weekend as well. So February 13th, 14th, and 15th, we have the most experienced snow sculptors in the state come to Fond du Lac and showcase their skills.
Talk a little bit more about that. What are some of the most impressive snow sculptures you've seen?
Oh man, I've seen some really, really cool ones. The ones I find most fascinating are the ones that have very little base for their snow. I don't even know how they do it. But there was one that was, they did a rock climber. So half of their piece was hanging. So their base, they had to do it just right. So they had enough of, a base weight with this rock that they didn't have this whole 6 foot by 6 foot by 8 foot block of snow completely tip over.
Wow.
So that was very cool. We've had some that got really excited about the sport of sturgeon, so they've added some sturgeon elements. There was one that looked just like a scene out of Lake Winnebago. Some really cater to the kids. So they have some cartoon characters. We had Kelvin and Hobbes doing some sledding. One year we had a cartoon penguin. We had a book that was really, really cool with pages. It was just a giant 8 foot book and just really great, unique ideas that come to fruition.
Turning to you, Amanda, I imagine the Fond du Lac area sees a big influx of people during this time. So what are some other things people should check out if they're in the area, either for the spearfishing season or for the festival?
The Fond du Lac area is home to some great cheesemakers. One to check out is Leclerc Creamery. They produce award-winning goat cheese in nearby Malone. You are definitely going to want to go to learn about and, of course, taste some of their cheese. You can take a self-guided tour and see the cheese making in action through a large viewing window that peers into the factory floor. They also have a great on-site store that's stocked with all of their products and a cafe that incorporates the cheese into delicious sandwiches and salads. Make sure that you stop on Saturday, February 14th for free baby goat petting. And as if that wasn't motivation enough, some of the goats are going to be dressed up as Sturgeon and Cupid to celebrate the dual holidays.
Love that.
Another activity to add to your itinerary is the Thelma Sadoff Center for the Arts. Peter already mentioned them, but they are right in the heart of downtown Fond du Lac. And when you swing by Friday or Saturday while you're in town for the festival, not only can you check out the galleries of artwork that have these amazing paintings, sculptures, photography, and mixed media from both emerging artists and established artists, they also have some fun events connected to the festival. They're doing face painting for kids, and they have a drop-in workshop where you can glaze a ceramic sturgeon ornament, which will be such a fun keepsake to remember the weekend.
And if people are coming from around the state to participate in the sturgeon spearing season, where are some places that they could stay?
Yeah, make a weekend out of the trip. You can book a hotel room at Hotel Retlaw. This is a downtown hotel that was built in 1923 and has been restored to its historic elegance. It is absolutely stunning. You're going to feel like you're back in the roaring 20s as soon as you step into the lobby. And there is this timeless elegance throughout the hotel. But at the same time, each guest room is equipped with those modern conveniences that travelers love. For another boutique option, consider the community of Ripon. This is about half an hour west of Fond du Lac. Mapes Hotel is a stylish and historic hotel right in downtown Ripon. It was built in 1852, and you can rent one of the 11 suites where you'll enjoy historic charm, but also all the luxuries of modern living. All of the suites include a kitchen and a living room.
And what are some places around the Fond du Lac area that people could get a hot meal after a day out on the ice or after enjoying the festival?
Two that you should consider are Jim and Linda's Lakeview Supper Club and Wentz on the Lake. These supper clubs are on the southeast and southwest side of Lake Winnebago, but they also both serve as registration stations for anglers to record their catches. So not only can you show up for some great food, you can also see the massive fish in person. Jim and Linda's has that total supper club vibe. They serve classic and comforting food like prime rib and seafood. And then Wentz on the Lake is really well known for their fish fry, especially the perch. For another dining option, you can consider Cellar District. This is in downtown Fond du Lac, and the menu features American fusion dishes with globally influenced flavors. You can enjoy apps like truffle curds or Korean pork nachos. And for entrees, they have a range of tasty options like Mexican street tacos, blueberry apple sea bass, and butternut squash ravioli. And don't forget about breakfast. The Sweet and Salty Pig takes their breakfast menu very seriously. This is a Fond du Lac restaurant that serves most of its celebrated breakfast and brunch dishes all day long. And as the name suggests, the Sweet and Salty Pig has a range of options from both those savory breakfast-style egg rolls to their ever-popular Eggs Benedict to sweet banana bread waffles.
Okay, for both of you, what is something that visitors to the Sturgeon Spectacular should not miss?
Yeah, I think if you have an opportunity to kiss a sturgeon during opening weekend of sturgeon spearing, you have to do it. The people swear that it will bring you a year of good luck. So some of those places that were mentioned, Jim and Linda's, Wentz on the Lake, they have great locations where you can see the sturgeon coming in right off the lake and get an opportunity to see them up close, see how truly unique they are, and give them a smooch because if it'll help you bring good luck, I think it's worth it.
And do you have to catch the sturgeon to give it a kiss, or is that open for anybody?
You might want to ask permission of the person that harvested that fish, but they're pretty accommodating when it comes to that sort of thing.
Okay, good to know. And Amanda?
Well, wow. I mean, I was going to suggest getting a chance to see the fish up close, but I had no idea, Peter, that was the tradition too, the how close you should get. So I think that gives everybody some new motivation. But I mean, we talked about what a unique species lake sturgeon is. They're prehistoric. They date back 200 million years. They look so unique. So definitely get a chance to go check one out. I mean, and how unique it is that the Lake Winnebago system is one of just 2 locations where sturgeon can be harvested by spear. It's a unique, unexpected tradition, such a great way to go make some memories this winter.
All right. Well, Amanda and Peter, thank you both so much for joining me for Wandering Wisconsin.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
Amanda Weibel is the Communications Officer for Travel Wisconsin. Peter Wilkie is Executive Director of Fond du Lac Festivals. They both spoke with Lake Effect's Becky Mortensen for our series, Wandering Wisconsin. You can find more conversations like this one at WUWM.com or by downloading the Wandering Wisconsin podcast.